Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Now what I do?
Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Yeah.
The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the NFC champions. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter. The cameras more numerous. I don't know. There's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here with you. And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. Off the play fake. Sparks. He's able to find Wallace. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Cook, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Cook. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Sparks. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, Sparks got an open man. That's Campbell. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Sparks. Campbell making the catch. He'll be ridden out of bounds. Didn't even come close to sniffing the end zone. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
2nd and 4. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Ready? 8-3. 61. Max, spot down.
On 1st down, it's Cummings. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
Ready.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Topple. Big grip.
Now a give, right side. Cummings. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, King. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big pickup of 38.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cummings. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the Seahawks 27-yard line.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Come on, QB, come on.
On 2nd down, it's Cummings. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw. King. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on second down. Sparks. That'll be complete to Cook. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to face a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on third down. Sparks. Quick hitter here. It's complete. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Second down and inches. Over the middle, it's complete. 4 catches already here in this Super Bowl. He's got another first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Off-play action. Sparks. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. From 13 yards out. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. On first down, Cummings. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. King, off play action. He's got a man, complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
King now on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Ross.
We play to win. Let's go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run on 1st down. It's Cummings. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw is King. To throw on 2nd down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Throwing on 1st down. Sparks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the carry, it's Cook. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Catch made here by Campbell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the ground, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
off the play fake. Sparks. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Let's get it. Ready. Recon, 132 fighter. Don't get nervous. Fire.
Here's King off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Alpha.
Check. Mike check 33. 33.
Now King, a final shot before break. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete.
Here we go.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cummings, and he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 2 there, and it's third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
From the gun on third down, King. He gets it to Brown, complete. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, King. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking to throw. King. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On 1st and 10, Sparks. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Second and 5. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Back to throw. Sparks. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
On 1st down, it's Cummings, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. King operating from the gun. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down now, it's Cook. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Sparks. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground. I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll run on first down. Cummings. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, check my 33. Check my 33.
Looking to throw. King. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cummings. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. King now throwing on first down. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game. Exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. That's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. And he'll find his man on the outside. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
There we go, 30
To throw is King on 1st and 10. Looking for the end, and it's caught. Touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run, Cook, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Cook. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Let's go, D. Mike 50, Mike 50. Now watch this. Set. Pull it. Pass.
On 4th down, Sparks eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And as a result, possession switches hands. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Five.
Here we go. Here we go. 37's the mic.
Here's King on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Back to throw. King. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears.